What's up, brick builders? Today's build is Fire Truck. This is set number 640-1. Year it came out was 1971 and its age group is 6+, and it comes with a piece count of 45. Oh dear God. Oh, my hair needs rescuing. Hello folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to another build video and a super cool Legoland build we've got. Fire engine with extending ladder, turntable on the ladder. We've got no opening doors though, but we do have a small attachable trailer as well. This set was not available in the USA. However, there is, well, I'll talk through it while we build it. Actually, because there's 1x2 plates are being used in this and not 1x4s, but there's a reason. Let's dive in and build it, shall we? Alright, we've got instructions and they are courtesy of toysperiod.com. So we're going to take a 4x12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4x12 red plate. And first thing we're going to do is build up the front end here, and that is going to be this really cool printed Lego logo brick. I'm going to pop that on there. This is period correct. It has the open O and the black outlines around the white writing, and then on each side we're going to put a 1x4 red brick. So it's one. We're going to keep that one aside because that's got the front grille on it. There's two. And then we're going to put two 1x2 sloped bricks. Now, period correct, this does have no pin at the bottom. So these sloped bricks, 1971, we had sloped bricks here without pins inside. So they were hollow inside. And so these are the correct period. We're going to put those on the end there. And we're going to create this cool open back. You can't get access, well, you can get access to it. And you could probably shove a minifigure in there as well. Poor minifig. That would be a bit cramped. And we're going to take a 2x4 trans-clear sloped brick. That's going to be our front windscreen. There we go. Like that. And then we're going to put 1x1 brick red, and then we're going to do 1x1 clear, and then we're going to do 1x1 red again. So we're going to start off with the 1x1 red. 1x1 trans clear. Get on that. There you go. And a 1x1 red. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side there. So we've got the pillar. We've got the window. And we got another pillar. On the back here, we're going to go one stud back from the slope brick here. And then we're going to lay a 1x2 red plate straight across like that. Then we're going to lay another one. And now, this is probably where you're asking, why didn't they use 1x4s? Well, 1x4 plates were not introduced until 1976. So 5 years later, they did the 1x4 plate. That is why we have 1x2 plates. So we're going to go 2 studs up. And we want 2 more 1x2s. 1. 2. So you didn't know that, did you? And then we've got this gap here, and that's great for a 4x4 plate. So we're going to pop a 4x4 red plate on top of those, kind of bridging that and giving us that nice little gap underneath there, just to give it a little bit of detail, a little bit of texture. On top of this 4x4, we're going to put this faceted, which is period correct as well. It was faceted, wasn't smooth. So we've got a faceted 4x4 turntable there. So we're going to pop that right on that 4x4 plate. We're going to line the studs up. There we go. And you can see it's a turntable. Lovely. Now on here, we're going to put another 4x4 red plate just on the top there, like that. Look at that. And we got this nice little gap there. And like I say, you could shove your minifigure in there, but you'd probably never get him back out. Probably don't do that. On the top here, on the front, one on each side, we're going to have, you said it, the Ninas. which are just 1x1 blue plates. Now, if you put them on higgledy-piggledy like this, there you go. And higgledy-piggledy is a word actually that we do use. So just straighten them up, and there you go. You got these straightened up ninars. So that's that done. We're going to put the lifting crane hinge piece on. Again, period correct. So there was a lot of pieces in this that were specifically period correct from about 1971 to about 1974, I think. You know, the changes in the 75. The small pinhole. So this came in three different variants. The small pinhole, the large pinhole, and one with a large pinhole. So one had two holes. So we're going to pop that straight across these studs here like so. Boom. There we go. And that is our lifting arm or hinge. Now we're going to start the trailer because that's how the Lego instructions were. They kind of built like that in layers. So we're going to take another 4x4 red plate, and we're going to take a 2x4 red plate, and we're just going to pop that straight across the top there, the bottom. That's the top, Sean. That's the top. And we're going to flip it upside down, and we want a 1x4 red brick underneath. As long as you got the plate, the 2x4 going straight along, not across, and you got the brick going across, that'll be fine. And then we're going to attach our little hook. Actually, we want this one because that's how it went. All right, which is a 1x4 plate special with a ball on the end there in the middle. So we're going to pop that on there. And then we got this nice 2x4 gap here, and that is going to be 4. And we're going to use, let's see, we've got 2. We're going to use single tire as opposed to dual tire. You see the difference there? We got the wider kind of looking tire, but you can see that it is actually 2 tires molded together. And then you've got your single tire. So you've got the dualies and the singles. So we're going to take the single, we're going to pop that on the trailer because this trailer is not going to be that heavy. It doesn't need dualies. What we do need the dualies for is for the fire engine, because that's going to support the weight of the crane, the ladder, and the engine itself. So engine upside down, we're going to put the front grille on first. We've got this really cool red 1x2, no, it's 1x4. Embossed printed silver radiator grille with headlights. We're going to pop that right under there at the front, so it's kind of overhanging, nice and flush to the front. And then we're going to put, not dualies, Sean, we're going to put singles. So we're going to put single wheels at the front because that's less weight there, it's more heavy here. Then we're going to put 2 1x4 red bricks, and they're going to go straight across from the single just to bulk up the side there like that. So kind of giving it a nice little bit of side panel there. And then we're going to pop both dualies on the back end. 1, 2, and that just leaves us this 1 stud gap here for our 1x4 modified plate with, now again, period correct. We have 4 slots as opposed to 2 slots. There was 2 different variants. So we got slot, you can see we've got slots going across and we've got slots going up and down. And that's going to go on the back end like so. Woo! There's our connection. Now, the ladder. The ladder's interesting. 2 parts or 3 parts or even 1 part ladder models. This is a 2-part, and you can see you've got the notches at the bottom here, and that is going to be but that's actually going to be the top of the ladder, because when this slides up, these little notches in the bottom of this one actually push against there, and it will stop it from rolling out. To put the ladder in, just push it in, and you've got to kind of squeeze it past those little notches. he says, without breaking the ladder. Is Sean doing this right? Yes, he is, because we got a little notch on the top here to stop it going all the way off. So we can put that. I'm going to try this. It's a little bit different. It might work. I just don't want to. There we go. And that is the ladder locked in place. Now, if you wanted to store it, you just push it, so it just disconnects from these little lugs there. That kind of holds it in nice and tight. Push it, and then it goes down. Now, like I say, this piece here stops the ladder from falling all the way out. All we're going to do is we're going to these little rungs here. They actually fit very well in between the studs. So we're going to pop that right to the end of the hinge there, like so. The ladder's extending on its own. There we go. Pop that on there. And there is your fire truck and little trailer. Woo! Super cool little model. Like I say, we've got the tilting ladder, extendable ladder, just like that in place. It swerves, so lots of functionality in this, a lot of functionality. And then you just got this cool little trailer that you could easily swap out or make a trailer a little bit bigger, or you could actually make a huge trailer so you can put a car on it or something like that. Super cool. And I really love the front here. We're starting to get the Lego logo. We've got our classic LEGOLAND embossed radiator grille. We still got the non-trans blue or dark blue 1x1 plates. And this one, interestingly enough, has the open back there. No, get out of the way. Yeah, open back here. No doors or anything like that. The scale doesn't really require doors, I don't think, which is probably why there wasn't any in the first place. And there we go. What a super cool little model this is. I don't think there's something not straight. Is it going to go across? I don't think it is. There we go. Now then, it is super swishy. I can see a few things maybe coming loose, like the ladder here. I mean, we could probably lock that in place. Let's go. Could probably lock that in place by lifting that up a bit. Don't know. Don't think so. Yeah, your trailer doesn't fall off either, so it's super swishy. I would say it's super swishy. Nothing's gonna fall off it. But how does it fare to get in to the fires when you have to jump a ramp first before you get to the fire? That's the question, because all fire engines need to pass this test. Oh my lord, it made it. It absolutely made it. Oh my lord, that was so good. Let's see if we can do that again. Nice, that actually just went smoothly over the hand. Bit more oomph. Wow. I mean, it's kind of landing with the trailer kind of dragging a little bit sometimes. One more for the beans. Let's go. Ready? Oh, it did it completely. That's a win-win. That's probably the best ramp jump we've seen from a Lego set. Yeah. Except for that homemaker one. That was funny. There you go, folks. It is a fairly decent size set as well. Like I said, considering you got the extendable ladder as well and the detachable trailer, this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Very cool. I could see this in a Lego City fire engine museum. Because that would make sense, right? This would be vintage. Minifigures probably could roam around it. It is slightly smaller than a minifigure scale, but not all that much. Super, super cool. I love this. I think this is absolutely fantastic. It's got some character. I love that front. Like I say, it looks very, very cool. It looks very professional. Love that. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more content like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share amongst your friends, family, and anybody else who you think would be interested in this kind of content. Also, put your notifications onto all so you don't miss us in the next one. We've also got some magazine reviews coming up as well. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Peace.